Hey guys, what's up? Steve here, and welcome back to another episode of Something New Saturday. So today, continuing on our series with Train Sim World 2020, we will carry on with another scenario. We will continue to carry on a scenario with the Class 377-4, and today we'll be doing a slightly longer route. So today we have the Eastbourne End route. So this is the final portion of a service to Eastbourne, and this will take, and then at the end we will then take the train out of service. So let's click on that one and let's hit start. So you find us on a plane platform in Lewes. So we now need to go to platform 3. Where we complete the run through to Eastbourne. So we'll be basically relieving a driver from service. So let's head down to the platform. I don't know whether the train is here yet. How do we get to the platform from here? I guess it's around here. So yeah, so it looks like, oh no, the train is here. So there's a driver in there. Hi, hello, how you doing? Right, so what are we expected to do here? Okay, so right, are we? Oh, there you go. Just magically appeared. So sit down, shut the door, turn all the things on. Why would you turn everything off when you've just got out of it? You could have left it on. Anyway. Right, so looks like we're already loading passengers. Yet doors are already open. God, the camera's a bit janky. The back end of the train isn't even in the station. Right, so it's a big old train by the looks of it. So yes, so we'll be carrying on our the final part of this route. Let's lock doors. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Alright, perfect. So we don't need to wait for anything, so we can carry straight on by the looks of it. Cool, so we'll be stopping at our next section, which is Glind maybe? Alright, we're already speeding, which is always a good start. Alright, let's slow down. Alright, goes to a 20 here, which is easier. So 40 almost like straight away. So let's wait for the back cab to go through, and it should go to 40. So heavy old train. Yeah, back cab's only just going past the points now, so maybe we're a bit enthusiastic to go over that speed, but anyway. Alright, cool. So yeah, second episode, guys, of Train Sim World 2020. Thank you for those who caught the first episode. For those that watched it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We have returned back for this episode of the East Coast way. And yes, track I've enjoyed in the first episode. Yeah, the first one was probably a little bit short, if I was 100% honest. Probably a bit shorter than I had wanted. But we will make up for that, because this one here is around a half-an-hour route. Right, so let's. Is this, yeah, speed's going to go 60. Good. There's another one coming the other way. So you can tell it's heavy because it's taking a while to speed up. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, on total. So typical commuter train, I guess, just starts to multiply up the carriages as you start getting busier. For 70, so we're fine for a little bit. Yeah, so it starts to obviously add more coaches on as it gets busier. I think we are 7 o'clock in the evening, so yeah, sun's starting to set, so probably a summer evening. Looking from where the sky, sun is in the sky. Let's say if it was winter, it'd be pitch black by now. But yeah, as I say, definitely enjoying this this game, and glad you guys are as well. Graphics are, yeah, as I said in the last one, graphics are super amazing. Just upgraded the my PC monitor to a 4K, so in glorious 4K this looks even better. So yeah, so hopefully they. So I know we're fine. We're speeding a little bit. That's fine. Yeah. So let's say even just stuff at the side of the tracks is looking good. So yeah, definitely enjoying this. As I say, didn't think I would enjoy this series. So for those that have got this themselves, found myself becoming a bit of a yeah, bit of a a train aficionado. I'm going to say, must admit, I started enjoying this. So didn't think I would, but yeah, it's good. And I say, glad you guys are enjoying the series as well so far. Say much longer journey this particular one. So we've got so we've got stock coming up here. So we are pretty heavy, so I don't want to overshoot the station if we can get away with it. So probably start slowing down early. Brakes on this thing don't seem to stop it as well as some of them. Must remember not to use the emergency brake, which we did, which I did in one of the practice episodes. It is very difficult to get started again once the emergency brake is hit. You have to really shut everything down and wait for it, and it's just a bit of a nightmare, but it is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to stop the train really quickly, which it did. It was I say it was a pain to get it to stop. Right, there we go. Probably overshot a little bit, but anyway. Right, so let's unlock the doors left. Let's watch the people get on and off. It's good they actually walk in and out on this one. I've read something somewhere that on, I think, Train Sim 2020, that they don't walk on and off. I might have got that wrong, but I know someone was saying that they weren't sure about it. But yeah, I say so. We're here at Glind, I think. Don't know. Fun, Glind. Alright, so we should be almost done. Let's lock left. But if you look over there, see, look, there's even cars going up and down the roads, like some of the ambient noises that they get as well. Alright, cool. So we're then heading on to Berwick, which is our next stop. Just check the timetable. So doesn't seem to be like arrival times. I might get this wrong, but there doesn't seem to be an arrival time stop at Berwick. Now normally these have arrival times, so you know what you're aiming for, but there's no arrival times. Oh well, let's just assume that it's when we get there. I don't know how they score you then, because if you don't know what time to get there, you don't know how to score them. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's try and get this thing up to speed. It is extremely difficult to get up to speed. I'm guessing it's really heavy. Right, so we have a 90-mile-an-hour limit coming up. I think that's a bit optimistic, as I'm struggling to get above 60 at the moment. But you know, it's yeah, it is hopeful. We'll keep going. Maybe if we keep on full power. Other than that, we've earned a reward. We've driven 37 miles in total. I don't know if that's in total, but or whether it's just in this train. But we're clocking up the miles. As I say, I've been playing this quite a lot, so yeah, it's possibly that's in total. But alright, so is that going to click over? Yeah, there you go, clicked over to 90. Let's say for some reason the speed changes on the dial on the right hand side doesn't happen immediately. Those of you that are playing this game, is that because it has to wait for the last car to go through, or is it just that's the way it works? Don't know. Right, so we got few 2.8 miles before we get to the next one. Maybe we will get to this 90. Hopefully nothing jumps out in front of us and we have to stop, because hopefully this light stays green, because there's no way we're going to stop. Not going this speed anyway with a full carriage load of people. Level crossing. Look at that. Just as the sun's going down. Alright, that green light stayed green, so that's good. Alright, so yeah, amber light goes green, so good, no worry about stopping for that one. But we are managing speed, look at that. Not only did we hit 90, we went over. There we go. Alright, so we've got, oh no, that's a 80-mile-an-hour limit a little bit further down. That's that's after the station by the looks of it. Alright, so let's keep the speed regulated. As I say, yeah, it does. I guess we're going uphill. You can see on the bottom of the right hand dial the fact there's a 5% gradient. So yeah, it needs a little bit of power. You can just see on the slider that it's losing speed a little bit. Alright, another another crossing. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, come on, pick pick up some speed. There we go. Right, so we've got 0.8, 0.7 miles before we stop at the next stop. So this is going to take some slowing down. So we probably should start scrubbing some of this speed off now. As we don't have an arrival time, it doesn't really matter if we don't too late an arrival, but I don't want to overshoot. We don't have the embarrassment of having to reverse backwards, which is, yeah, which is not ideal. Alright, cool, so we're starting to get some speed off. Let's regulate the brake off a little bit. Cool, so try and come in with about 20, and that gives enough sort of time to crawl into the station. Don't want to give anyone whiplash with the amount of heavy braking that we do as we pull in. Cruise in for a second, because yeah, we're going to come up short otherwise. So we've got 70 yards to go. Alright, let's start slowing down. I'll get the hang of this one day, I promise, in terms of getting a stop on the marks. Right, there we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go, look at that. Alright, let's unlock the left doors. Yeah, so we're not quite... last carriages aren't quite on the station, but yeah. Alright, so people are departing and getting on board, so let's just wait for these people to go. At least you don't have to check them in, a la tourist bus and fern bus. At least the station master does that for us with the ticket machines. Alright, so while we wait for these people to get on, as I say, I can't, not long now. Perfect, so let's lock the doors. There we go, perfect. Seems to be a bit of a delay between pressing the buttons and going. Alright, so let's go. So we are going to Polegate. Right, so we are Polegate Station, and then Hamden Park. There's quite a few stops on this one. Quite a few stops today, so yeah, obviously that's why it's about half an hour route, because it's quite busy. But right, perfect. Love the fact you can zoom in on all the dials. Whistle or horn. There we go. Sorry, the childishness in me just wants to play around with all the random buttons. AC temperature. No idea. Right. I have no idea if that does anything. I have no idea if that actually makes any difference with regards to the people that are in the back. I don't think you get a service rating on this like you do in fern bus and tourist bus, where you have to make sure the passengers are comfortable. But it's just a more random buttons to press. And what the other buttons down here do? Wipers, hazard lights. Definitely, probably shouldn't be watching down here. No, definitely don't push the uncouple button. That would be not a good idea. Find that you're going down the track and suddenly the rear, the rear carriage is uncoupled from this from the front one. That would be highly embarrassing. What if you can? No, don't try it. What if you can do it as you go along? Yeah, no, don't. Maybe that's for a different episode. Alright, so we've got another green light coming up, so we're good to go. Slow down a little bit. Cool, so as you can see in top right, we gained about 3,000 points so far in this trip. Oh, green light's good. Alright, got another green light about a mile and a bit ahead. Train seems to tilt a little bit. I guess that's as it's going around the corner quite quickly. Alright, so let's slow it down a little bit. We are starting to pick up speed. We're on the level, so it can't be gaining momentum, but it's getting close to that 90. We 1.2 miles away from the next station, so we'll start scrubbing some speed off because yeah, again, don't want to come in too hot. Really should learn what these things say at the side in terms of the signs and signage and all the sort of signals and whatnot. If we carry on playing this, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to to know what they mean. Alright, so let's start scrubbing a bit more speed off, as we've got 600 yards or so before we get into the station. Right, good, that's fine, we're slowing down nicely. I don't know, I don't want to come in and suddenly have to jam on the brakes, but at least this way it's gently scrubbing off speed and allowing us to cruise in to the station at a minimal speed so that people don't get hit as they jump off. Alright, that lady stood in front of the line. Should be stood behind the yellow line, love. Otherwise you could get sucked under the train. I don't know. I'm assuming that's why the line is there. Right, perfect. So hopefully 4 yards away. Cool. Right, unlock the doors. Alright, perfect. So we've got people getting on enough. Got a little while yet. So one thing I have been read up on is the sort of like the side missions. Like, so basically at certain stations there's things to do. So for example, on this route you've got things like ticket machines that need to be reinstated, you've got things like maps that need to be redone and other bits and pieces. So I managed to find a couple at Brighton station, but haven't done any so far. Haven't really had time to do any of them yet, but potentially I know you could do some free play, which would potentially just jump on a train and yeah, stop at different stations as you pick a route. But alright, cool. So we are pulling out of the station now. Perfect. Alright, so let's jump on board and yeah, we have okay, we're going to 35, so let's make sure we don't speed going through this bit. I'm guessing it's because it's more of a urban environment. You can see there's a few houses, and imagine living in those houses right next to that train line building. Yeah. Alright, we haven't got anything really to worry about by the looks of it. Right, just grabbed a screenshot while I was there. I'll make the thumbnail if nothing else. Right, so we're speeding a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's obviously just waiting for it to click over from a 35 to a 70. Right, and we got 1.8 miles before we arrive at Hampden Park. So I think we've been going, check the timetable. So yeah, we started at just after, zoom out, just after 7. And yeah, we should then, in theory, if it's a half-hour route, should arrive just after 7:30 on the at the final stop. So we got any change? No, just a green light coming up. So that's that should just be a warning. I was speeding already. Really need to check our speeds on these. Not helping us gain any more points. Keep speeding. Alright, so what we got next? Green light coming up in 0.7 of a mile, and yeah, there we go, perfect. So, and the speed, how many miles is that down? 0.8 miles. So we better start scrubbing some of this speed off, as we've got our next stop at Hampden Park, and we don't want to overshoot. Done quite well on stopping at the stations so far, grantedly not smoothly, but we've got kind of within the stopping radius. So I think we maybe have gone a bit too quickly to slow down there. Let's crawl in. We're a little bit too early. Right, so let's slow down a little bit. Got about 500 yards before the stop. So let's start scrubbing some of this speed off now. Oh, about 200 yards. Come on, let's go. Alright, perfect. So let's pull down. Hopefully this should for us to crawl in. I say no timings, so I don't know if we're early or late, but we shall see. Right. Very slow entry. Right, perfect. So 20, 15, 10, 7, 5. Alright, about 4 yards in. Alright, cool. So let's unlock left doors. There we go. Alright, so we'll wait while everybody gets on and off. And, yeah. So look at all this graphics, look at all the houses and the car parks and all the cars and stuff that are modelled into it. I'm sure there's a road. There you go, there's a road there. Good that all this background stuff is happening. Puts a bit more realism into the game. The fact that there's other stuff going on around you. Look, there's a car going down there. Oh, although it did just disappear. Maybe not that realistic as they suddenly just disappeared. Alright, perfect. So, heading off to Eastbourne, which is the final stop. So, and then obviously we've just got to then take it out of service. So we've got about 1.7 miles till we get to Eastbourne, and then obviously once we get there we have to take it out of service. So I guess I don't know, we'll have a look and see what it has to do in order for us to stop the train at the end. But yes, it's a slightly longer route, this one. Obviously a bit more fun. Like I say, quite enjoying the game so far. And if you guys are, please feel free to hit the like button. Obviously we know that that's how we gauge if the game is getting views and likes and whatnot. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it so far, please do hit that like button. So we've got a speed change coming up to 55. Let's start to slow down. Ensure that we are at the correct speed when we go through it. Perfect. Right. Good, hopefully. Fine, we're going downhill slightly, so it might pick up a little bit of speed. Great, right, so an amber light coming up. That's just a warning light, so not any need to stop or anything. Good, right, and then another one in about 800 yards. So yeah, that will indicate, I guess, the change of speed limit. So let's slow down, because obviously we're coming into Eastbourne Station. It's 0.6 miles away, so yeah, considerably a slow down in speed as we come into the main station area. Maybe we're changing tracks or something like that, which if you go too quickly, you're going to come off the rails as you go past it. Right, so what have we got here? So, just some industrial areas and stuff. So, look at that. Alright, cool. So, alright, we'll just about hit that speed limit. There we go, perfect. So 600 yards, so we are just going to be crawling into the station by the looks of it. We're not gaining speed, which is always good. It's nice and flat here. Yeah, there we go. That's why we needed to slow down. We were changing tracks, so obviously a different platform to arrive on, which is why we needed to change tracks. We change tracks again. There we go. So 300 yards. At this speed we should be okay to start our braking a bit later. Yeah. Alright, cool. So gently crawling. The should be good to go for this stop. So yeah, this is the last terminus, I guess, if you want to call it that, in terms of this route. So just trying to smash into the buffers at the end. So 20 yards, start slowing down. 5 yards, perfect. Alright, so that public service completed for the night. Please take the train out of service over the yard for cleaning and storage until tomorrow. Okay, so I'm guessing we then have to move. So, right, set the power brake to B3. 3, perfect. Right, set the direction switch to off. Yeah, done. Take the master key to off. Done. Right, other end of the train. So let's jump out. Didn't actually let anyone off, so I'm hoping that no one wanted to get out because we didn't even open the doors. No, oh, there's someone there. There are people there. Sorry, we'll be back in a minute. 1 minute. Just got to run down to the other end of the train. 1 minute. They're looking at me longingly like they want to get out. Right, so there we go. Let's head into here. Open that. E to climb in. Perfect. Oh, how many doors are there? Open doors. E. Let's jump in the seat. Okay, perfect. We didn't close that door. Just close the door behind us. There we go. Alright, so turn on the master key. Turn that to forward. Alright, and unlock right this time. So that's, yeah, right side of the doors. Good. Got to remember that we are swapping ends of the train. Right, so some people there seem to disappear, and obviously no one's getting on because this train is now about to end, and I don't know where we're going. I don't know where this train is going to live for the night, but we've got that left to do. So right, sorry, just noticed the name scrolling on the front there. It's pretty cool. Alright, so while we wait for these people to get off, I think everyone's got off already, but we're waiting for them to load. Don't think we're going to actually load anyone, but I'm pretty sure it said that we were going to jump this off. Let's have a look. So, unload passengers when signal pit supply power to move, go via train wash. Okay, so it looks like we've still got a little bit to do with regards to this, so let's lock doors, look right. So looks like it's going to get a bit of a clean while we're on our way back. So let's have a look. Right, perfect. So let's get going. Right, good. So got the green light there, one amber light there to go. So that's good. Make sure we don't speed. We're fine here to 25. Alright, so we've got a 15 mile an hour speed limit coming up. That's slow down a little bit when it comes to that one. Don't want to speed at this point. Right, perfect. Right, constantly juggling speed on this one. Right, so going through the train wash, I guess. Yeah. Alright. I'm guessing we just have to drive through this thing. And it'll work. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. So that's the train wash. So let's see what happens when we go through it. Right. So it should just be here. Yeah. Cool. Oh. There you go. Look at that. Alright, good. So let's concentrate on what we're doing. So we need to stop just up here. Another train wash. Must be, yeah. Oh, maybe that wasn't the train wash. Alright, so let's slow down a bit. Does it go via location? Yeah. Okay, so perfect. Alright, so to ensure you're fully cleaned, must pass through the train wash at no more than 3 miles an hour. Okay, so let's slow it down to 3. There we go. Alright, so we're a little bit slow. So alright, let's do 3. Cool, so let's wash this thing through the train wash. Flow through the train wash. Right. Don't know. Oh, camera, weird camera angles. So it's gonna take ages to get through this train wash at 3 miles an hour. Right. so we're waiting for the whole train to go through the train wash. Does kind of look shinier, but I don't know. Wait for it to go through. Try and keep it around 3 mile now, so it's all clean and shiny. So got back end of the train coming through. Don't know the junction, but police siren somewhere there. Alright, so let's set the junction to access the correct carriageway siding. So let's check that. So something we do on the map, or guessing it's there. Go. So maybe that's it. Let's see. So just as the back end goes through. Alright, let's select reverser to go reverse. Perfect. So let's reverse. There we go. Cool. Alright, so hopefully this should now start to go backwards. Yep. Go back through the car wash, or train wash, shall we say. And don't worry about the so hopefully this should now go into this siding. Maybe. So right, I don't think this has done what I needed it to do, but right, bear me 1 second, let me have a look. So set the junction to access the correct carriage siding. Right, bear me a second guys, let me sort this out. I'll come back in a second. Alright guys, so sorted that out. For some reason there was a switch just the other side of the car wash, train wash that we needed to sort out. So let's head on off to the next route. Alright, so let's head back through the second wash. Obviously, for some reason, we had to select those couplings. I guess we have something to do later, potentially, that comes back to it. Alright, so let's head to here. So I don't know. Maybe we're leaving one carriage here. I don't know. Let's have a look. Am I left this door open? Yeah, never mind. Jumping in and out of trains. Alright, so let's make sure we stop on the point. Cool. Right, that's the exterior done. Shunt the train into the carriage siding where it will receive its interior clean overnight. Okay, perfect. Alright, so where's that then? Switch direction, switch to off, master key to off. Right, head to the other end of the train. Okay, I do that through the train. I could do this. Oh yeah, there you go. There we go. Let's do this inside, as it's slightly more. Oh, climb down to the edge. No, you're right. I'll just walk through. There we go. Right, wait for these doors to go. There we go. Don't worry, people. Coming through. Nothing to be worried about. Might that one open on its own. Alright, so probably wasn't the quickest way to get to the other end, but especially there's 8 trains. Almost there. Oh, there we go. Back at the business end of this. Shut door. Perfect. Alright, turn key on. Turn that to forward. Alright, and let's go back. What does it carry the doors open? Locked, so it can't be that one. Who knows? Right. So the shunting back and forwards across routes and junctions and whatnot is carrying on. So yeah, bear with me on this one. It's kind of a. I suppose this is what you would normally do if this was your driving significantly over the speed limit. I'm doing under 15 mile an hour. Yeah, I guess this is what you would normally do, but it kind of obviously ends the episode with a little bit of faffing around. But it's all what you would do, I suppose, with a normal train when it's going out of service at the end of the day, maybe, or end of the week, or back through a train wash. Is this going to go right now? Yeah, perfect. Right, so all that messing around with points and switches actually did work. Right, so yeah, going that way. Right, a couple of 100 yards away from our destination. Who says that door's open? Don't remember having any of the doors open. But anyway, it obviously knows what it's doing. Right, let's try and get to 15 if we can. Try and make this a little bit quicker. Right, so is this a siding or is this the platform? Yeah, it's a siding, so we've got to be careful we don't smash into the barrier. Right. No, brake. Oh, is it going to hit? It's going to hit hard. Oh, look at that. Just about. There we go. Cool. Set power brake to B2. Sorry, B3. There we go. Right. Set direction switch to off. Yep. Turn that off. Done. Right, climb down and complete your duty. Right. Which way? Which way am I supposed to climb down? Why is this door locked? There we go. Alright, perfect. So let's head on over to, I don't know, wherever it is we're supposed to go. Oh, it looks like an office. Perfect. So let's embark there. And then that should be, yeah, there we go. Perfect. All done. So in all, that took 39 minutes with all the messing around. So yeah, not ideal, but anyway. So obviously we didn't have any due time, so we didn't have a gauge as to where we were. Hit most of the stops within 5 yards, which is good. And yeah, we got some more XP, and we got a gold medal. So guys, I think we'll call that a successful journey, even with a little bit of faffing around in between. So yeah, guys, if you've liked the video and enjoyed Train Sim World 2020, then please do feel free to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel already and enjoy what you're watching, then please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be updated when new episodes go live. And as always, guys, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions, please put those in the comment section down below. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to catching you all again soon. Take care. Bye.